Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the second video on my booktube channel. My name is Dominic and I'm here from the channel of Sweet Baby Cherub. I'm so happy that you decided to join me today. After my first video, I was just so overwhelmed by all the kindness and the comments and the subscriptions. Everybody was really welcoming to me, and that was really encouraging. I'm so excited to be making these videos, like I said, and I hope that my skills in front of the camera just continue to improve. I hope everyone has been having a really enjoyable springtime. I'm coming to you at the end of the month of April, and I'm really looking forward ahead to the month of May. My partner and I are going to be relocating from South Florida, where we've been spending the winter. We're going to be relocating to St. Louis, Missouri, where I'm from and where my family is, for 1 or 2 months while we figure out some of the next steps where we plan to be more permanently. But that means that because we're moving, May is going to be an absolute crazy month with packing and selling a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if you guys have ever had any experience with selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but it can be successful. I have found success selling on Facebook Marketplace, but it can also just be so demoralizing. As soon as you post something on there, if you're interested in buying something, then an auto message auto populates and you can just automatically send it to the seller. And so you'll post something and all these messages will come in and be like, is it still available? Is it still available? Is it still available? It's like, yes, I just posted it. It is still available. Or they will auto populate like, how much? It's just like, I listed the price. It is right there. It is not hard. So that's all part of the process, part of moving, part of, purging and decluttering, and just something to look forward to. So I do hope to carve out a little bit of time to be reading this in May. And so I have a couple books that I want to talk to you about that I'm looking forward to reading. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. So 3 of the 4 of these books that I have on my to be read in May list are debut authors. And I really like reading debut authors because I feel like it really allows me to really get in at the ground level on someone's writing, and really kind of working out where they are with what they're interested in, their talent level, and everything like that. So I really like to read debuts. A lot of times it's people that are my own age, so it's really interesting to see what authors kind of, not that I'm a writer, but kind of what my peers are producing right now. The first book that I have, I did order this on the internet and came to me this week. It is called Abundance by Jacob Guanzon. And it was published on March 2nd, so kind of hot off the presses. It was published by Grey Wolf Press, which is an American independent publisher. They recently published popular titles like The Discomfort of Evening, which was published in America, and it won the 2020 International Booker Prize, which is a really big deal. I do know that some people had really mixed reviews on that. I did not read it, but I know obviously it's well regarded and very popular. And then Lanny by Max Porter, which was longlisted for the 2019 Booker Prize. And so that's kind of what Grey Wolf Press has been cranking out these days. Like I said, this is this author's first novel, and it's about a recently unhoused father and his relationship with his son as they kind of navigate being on the fringes of society. I have a little blurb from Goodreads that it is set in an America of big box stores and fast food, with and this incandescent debut novel trawls the fluorescent aisles of Walmart and the booths of Red Lobster to reveal the inequities and anxieties around work, debt, addiction, incarceration, and healthcare in America today. So we're having a light month with this one, but I'm really interested to read it. I just feel like it kind of sounds like On the Road, The Road by Cormac McCarthy, and just some other kind of father-son books that I've been reading lately. So I'm really interested to dive in, and I'm really excited to hopefully talk about this in a wrap-up video at the end of May. The next book is The Seed Keeper by Diane Wilson. This was published on March 9th of this year. Again, very new, very recently released. And the publisher is Milkweed Editions, which is a publisher in America based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I did a little bit of research into Milkweed Editions. I didn't know a lot about them. I had never heard about them before. And I learned that they really focus their publishing on debuts and experimental writers. So Diane Wilson has written a number of books. I think she's written one memoir, and it's called Spirit Car, Journey to a Dakota Past, and also a nonfiction book called Beloved Child, A Dakota Way of Life. And then The Seed Keeper is her debut novel. This book is about a Native American woman who grew up with a foster family, and she had to go into the foster care after she was kind of abandoned by her father. And then I understand that the book follows her once she is an adult and she returns to her childhood home and rediscovers her family identity and community. I think that this book, while it doesn't have a lot of reviews on Goodreads, obviously because it just came out, but a lot of the people that I follow on that site have really rated this highly and just said it was a really good debut. So I'm very excited to get into this one and check it out and let you know what I think. The next book that I'm hoping to get to in the month of May is the book Fake Accounts by Lauren Oyler. I do think that I'm gonna probably get this book as an ebook from the library. It was published on February 2nd by the publishing agency Catapult. Lauren Oyler has co-authored 2 books before. I think they were kind of like memoir, essay books, and this is going to be her debut novel. I did a little bit of research into the publishing company of Catapult, and they said that they only publish fiction and nonfiction of the highest literary caliber, which is, a high standard to uphold. Like I said, hadn't heard about them, but it seems that they have some really fun resources in terms of like classes for people to get better at writing. And also it looked like they have they're really proud of their digital magazine that they release every day, putting out new essays, new fiction, and I think new poetry. So I definitely want to check that out and get to know that a little bit more, especially since they're focusing on such, highest literary caliber. In this book, it's about a woman who is living in America and finds out that her boyfriend is, I guess, this conservative conspiracy theorist online. I think that the events of the book happened right around the election of Donald Trump in November of 2016. I guess once she finds out that her boyfriend is this conspiracy theorist, she flees America and goes to spend time in Berlin, where she has a lot of reflections on just kind of your identity and where you are in the society of today. I think that this book sounds very much of today, like of the moment. It's definitely been very popular and has been circulating on a lot of feeds. I know a lot of people have been reading this book, so I'm very interested in learning more about it. I don't think that it's a book that I typically would have picked up. On the one hand, it sounds like something that's produced to kind of be involved in the whirlwind political atmosphere and spin it into some kind of novel. But I think that the critique of it seems to be saying that the book is very self-aware in and of itself, and I'm very interested to kind of find out more about that. So if you read that book, please let me know, and I hope to discuss it with you all at the end of the month. And then the fourth book that I'm hoping to check out, and I'll probably get this one from the library. I've been on the wait list, and I'm coming up on the wait list for an ebook, is Later by Stephen King. This book was published on March 2nd by Hard Case Crime. Unlike the other authors, this obviously is not Stephen King's debut novel. but I'm just really kind of around summertime. I have something where I just want to read a Stephen King book. I think that I have this old memory of me like being in grade school and reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I just like can picture myself like just like being really warm in my parents' house and like just like kind of like whipping through that book because it is a pretty compelling story. So just trying to recreate that. Maybe I'll turn the air conditioning off for a little bit and hopefully this one's really good, just like Pet Sematary. The last book I read by Stephen King was Under the Dome, which is kind of this massive, I think it's almost, if not over 1,000 pages. It's about this small town and kind of a mysterious dome comes over it and kind of how they deal with that, and very just a lot of small town interpersonal relationships that get sussed out throughout the novel, and I really enjoyed that. So I mean, this book isn't nearly as long as that one, and I think that it's a little bit different in that it's a detective novel. I think that I'm just looking for, you know, a really fun Stephen King read. This story is about a single mother and her son who has some I guess unnatural, supernatural abilities, and somehow they team up with a detective to solve a murder. So yeah, I don't read a lot of detective novels, but really interested to maybe have a little fun with this one, and hopefully it's a light read. Maybe I'll be reading it in the moving truck, who knows, but I'll let you know. Okay, those are the books that I hope to finish in May. Please let me know if you have read any of these or if any of these sound interesting. I know that I'm really looking forward to especially these debut novels. I know that Later by Stephen King has been met with some lukewarm reviews, but we'll see what happens. Please let me know what books you're looking forward to reading in the month of May, and I will see you next time. Bye!